On a youth group mission trip, we were told that the water was not safe to get in your mouth. The leaders stressed this fact for weeks before we went, and on the final day, I was exhausted and ready to go home.
No.
Unfortunately, I was not paying attention to what I was doing, and I stuck my toothbrush under the tap and brushed my teeth. I woke up at 2 a.m. and my stomach was hard as a rock. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Youth Group Chronicles.
What up, what up?
Episode 121. Back with us by popular demand.
Ooh.
Sean Rax.
Oh my.
Sean
Welcome
Rax
to the
is
studio, bro.
crazy.
Bro, it's time, bro. Y'all got to get it right, man.
Rax, man.
Because I ain't getting booted. Y'all about to get booted out the chat. Yeah.
And
start
man.
unblocking
Mr.
people.
Micah Costa,
What
welcome
up,
back, sir.
What up, what up?
Good to have you here.
Hey, people spell my name wrong in the chat.
They-
crazy.
I mean, they're saying Shaw's name wrong, so.
That's valid.
Hey, at least, come on. Can we get him a nickname, y'all?
Nah, don't worry about me, bro.
Like, am I the only one with a nickname?
Quite
on,
literally.
Oh, yo, before we even go, y'all, I lost my voice, so just bear with me, all right?
Yeah.
Sounds fine.
I'm
Sounds
sipping on a
okay.
2-liter
Alright,
Diet
cool.
Coke right now.
Honestly, I really didn't
Certain
notice
notes
the
I
difference.
hit, it squeals out a little bit.
The only person I think that has a nickname besides you would be Isaiah, but they spell it E-Y-E, Zaya, because his eye popped out one
It's
time.
so funny.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
right into two
His
different
eyes
songs.
always pop out, man.
It's like Sean, S-H-A-W-N.
Oh, yeah, because there's a couple ways to
and
spell
then
right.
S-E-A-N.
Yes. Well, thank you
Yeah.
guys for tuning into this episode of Youth Group Chronicles. We are glad you're here with us. If this is your first time listening, this is where people send in true stories from youth ministry to the podcast, and then we react to them here on the show. So we're going to start this off with an anonymous story. On a youth group mission trip, we were told that the water was not safe to get in your mouth. The leaders stressed this fact for weeks before we went, and on the final day, I was exhausted and ready to go home.
No.
Unfortunately, I was not paying attention to what I was doing, and I stuck my toothbrush under the tap and brushed my teeth.
Ooh.
I woke up at 2 a.m. and my stomach was hard as a rock.
Oh.
I was in incredible pain, but I just tried to sleep it off. Cut to the next day, and we were finally flying home. I was so sick that I could barely drag myself to the airport. We got on the plane, and I collapsed into my seat and passed out.
Oh,
Oh,
my.
yeah.
I later woke up to a stewardess asking if I was okay.
He's sweating green.
Are you okay? Yeah. I'm trying to be. About to
Apparently,
die.
I had delayed the flight because they didn't want to take off with me if I was unwell.
Oh, my.
The nurse we brought on the trip with us checked me over and insisted to the staff that I was fine and that they were just overreacting. The flight finally took off, and I passed out hard once again.
Yeah, green.
About 2 hours in, I came to, and I realized that every single seat in the 2 rows beside, in front, behind, and across from me were empty. Every person that had been sitting near me had cleared out and found
it's
different
pooping.
seats.
Oh.
This is when I found out that my stomach had been relieving some of the pressure while I was asleep
He's talking
Pooping
Sleeping.
and throwing up.
while asleep.
in the form of the most disgusting farts that I have ever smelled to this day.
Oh, fart. Oh, he was just farting.
No, he was pooping.
Yeah, probably.
That man was pooping.
The muzzle was wet.
It was it was so bad. It was so bad that some of the other people on the plane were getting sick and I could hear them gagging. This continued for the entire 4-hour flight, and all those poor people were trapped in a tin can in the sky with me.
Oh,
At
my.
one point, it was so bad that I had to check and make sure that I hadn't accidentally gone in my pants.
Oh, my God.
It eventually got worse, and I ended up trapped in the bathroom with zero control of my bowels. And because I was on a plane, everyone on board could hear me blowing it up.
Nah.
This story happened 11 years ago, but it still haunts me to this day.
I bet it
Yeah.
does. Hey, Jim. Bro, that man probably had parasites, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
absolutely.
gosh, there was something growing inside.
Yeah. No, he was probably on that show Monsters Inside of Me. This is
He's like,
crazy.
Ting, ting. In his stomach.
You know how horrible that'd be? Just be from brushing your teeth, bro.
That's what's insane to me. You don't swallow the water when you're brushing your teeth. You're just
Yeah,
you spit it
that's-
out.
Nah,
How
he's
much
probably
water was
swallowing the
he?
toothpaste and all that. He's probably
Oh, yeah. He probably put it on his toothpaste. I'm a kind of guy.
Well, yeah.
I wet the toothpaste, and I wet it again.
Yeah, but you don't swallow
Yeah.
that, is what I'm saying.
Right, but like
It's crazy
but
you can get a
he-
parasite.
he's
it's in the
probably
gums.
swallowing
It's in
a
the
little bit.
gums. It's in the gums.
Yeah, that too. It probably goes like absorbs.
No,
into
Shaw's trying to
Yeah.
tell us that he swallows his toothpaste.
I don't, but I used to when I was a little kid. I used to swallow my toothpaste, and then one day I woke up. I did it once. It's never the same again.
Hey,
What happened?
They must have changed the toothpaste or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was horrible.
Jesse-
And I was like, never again.
Jesse Japenis was right when he said that airplanes are a tube full of demons. That man was letting demons out.
Nah,
Beatrice said, "Bro was on a no-fly list now."
Yeah,
he
literally.
probably is. I hate when people fart around me.
I do
Enough
that. I'm the guy to fart in a plane though.
I would.
You
and like,
would.
And like they're the worst. They're like eggs.
I literally hate you when you do that.
I'm like
if
that,
you
bro.
if you do that around me, I promise I'm literally tight. I'm like,
Bro, when I first started working at the church, I don't know what was wrong with me, but I'd be like, "Hey, Pastor Cole," I like look him dead in his eyes and just fart. He'd be like, "What the frick?" And then I was like, "Why am I doing this?" One day I was like, "Why am I doing this? Bro? I don't know this."
you know
guy."
the best thing ever? Once you have a kid, you can blame every fart on him.
Hey, that's
Every time I
valid.
fart,
true.
I'm like, Psalm did it. And she was like, no, he did it.
Like,
Yeah, he
dang,
did
Psalm.
it.
No, I don't want to know what Micah was like as a middle schooler in youth group.
Oh,
my.
I was a
Like, if this is
villain.
him as an adult saying these things,
I was a
I would
villain.
not want to be his friend.
I actually
I can tell you that right
actually
now.
or his youth leader.
I was just
Facts.
talking to one of my former youth leaders because we're still homies,
Poor guy.
and I had a mooning phase.
See what I
And
mean?
one time,
See what I
one
mean?
time, the pastor's daughter, it was like dusk, and she had like her headlights on, right? And we used to like longboard after church, so we were on this hill or whatever. And she came down, and I was like,
people while
I
he's
was like-
longboarding down the
yeah,
hill.
I was like, yo, she's coming out. And I like, she was like pointed down the hill, and I stopped there, and I turned around and just like dropped my pants.
Would have been
So-
funny if you just wrecked and ate it.
No, I was off the longboard. And
Oh,
like
okay.
I like just jumped in front of her,
Not
throw
the
my
demon
pants down,
tube.
and it was just like white butt, just like in her headlights.
Bro, this is the man that was mooning people out of the bus windows. Like,
Absolutely.
All those stories, they're about him.
That was
All the
me.
mooning
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah, I was a villain in middle school. A
said
goon.
Micah could be sus.
Hey, yo. I'm not sus, brother. You spelled my name wrong.
If you
That's
guys have
crazy.
stories you'd like to send into the show, yeah, Mitcha?
I don't know who Mitcha is.
Mitcha.
How do you mess that up?
It's pretty.
If you have stories you want to send in, guys, stories at ygcpodcast.com. This is a submission from Seth. Seth said, at youth camp, we played a Frisbee-like game with a raw squid.
What the frick? Oh, that visual is crazy.
Wait, say that again. What?
We played a
Frisbee with squid.
Frisbee-like game with a raw squid.
Oh my, bro.
At
I
the
could
end
see
of the
that.
game, the kids came up and asked what I was going to do with it. I proceeded to tell one middle schooler that if he took a bite out of the tentacles, I would give him 10,000 points for his team.
Mm.
Wow.
That's a lot of points.
He proceeded to not only eat the entire tentacle of this limp squid,
Start
but
eating
he
the head.
doubled down and took a bite out of the head, causing the squid's brain juices to squirt everywhere.
No.
Ugh.
Man,
See,
eat
I
a
wouldn't do
Squidward. Bro,
There's two different
a
types of
line.
middle schoolers.
Yeah.
There's the disgusting middle schoolers,
Mhm.
and then there's
The villains.
the villains.
The
that
the
man was
mean.
brave.
That's disgusting.
I'm scared to even eat a fish head.
Yeah, nah.
Like a fried
wouldn't.
fish head.
Mm-mm.
This
This
If I
one
see
is- This
And it
one's
was
got like
probably
grass on it,
Yeah, it's probably warm.
probably grass. It's all been
Sweaty
falling on the
palms,
ground. and-
hands all on it.
dirt.
Bro, they've been playing frisbee on it. Like,
Good catch. It probably like spins pretty well.
And then they have ink inside of them, don't they?
yeah.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that.
That's
Maybe they
probably
remove
what came out.
Ew.
Oh nah,
It
man.
wasn't brain juice, it was ink.
Ink juice.
Have you seen that TikTok? He like the dude like got ink on his hands. He was like put on his face, and then
And then
it
everybody.
it wouldn't wipe off. It's like had
No.
like unintentional blackface, but
No,
it was just squid
no
ink.
way.
Yeah, bro. it was crazy.
Wait, is that actually ink like they use like
Yeah.
for like pens and stuff?
Yeah, bro.
They had. That's how they harvest this. I can't get a straight face.
Probably back in the day, right?
Yeah, back in the day.
Probably.
yeah.
So have you seen the one where it's like a video and they have something like paint on their hands?
Mhm.
You're like, it's not coming off, and then it pans to like 5 people with their faces
Yeah, they're
like,
like-
green. They're like,
Yes. yes.
this is a story from Thomas. At a youth conference, the speaker was talking about how the Holy Spirit gives us power.
All
Oh
right.
boy.
To drive home the
Yeah.
point, he kept repeating the phrase, "He put it in me."
Nah. Come on.
To make it worse, he kept having the students say it too.
No. Bro. What is wrong with these youth pastors, bro?
I later found out that someone from leadership said they almost went up and took his mic, but they didn't want to draw too much attention to it.
Yeah, it's already too late, brother. Take the mic. Take
It's
the
too
mic,
late,
man.
bro. They're all saying it. Some of the kids are in
Look
the
at your
back.
neighbor
it's
say,
like,
he came
don't
in
say
me.
that, bro.
Wait, what did he say? What did he say?
bro.
He said he put it in me.
Everyone, look at your neighbor say, he put it in me. He put it in me. 50 middle schoolers.
Yo, the crazy thing is, the pastors who be doing this stuff don't even be realizing, bro. That's
the
crazy
Yeah.
crazy part. They have no idea.
It's like they're so
Oh,
like
man.
it's like all things to the pure, all things are pure. They're
This-
just like
that
yeah,
power-
Unfortunately, this generation.
He put it in
put
me.
it in me.
He was probably like, that power, he put it in me. His love, he put it in me. And he was like, his love, what? Put it in me. His power, what? Put it in me. Yeah. And he was probably going crazy, dude. That's a good point. I mean, it's real. You know what I mean? Like,
You can't get the peace until he puts it in you.
hey, yo, chill. That's crazy.
They said, "Oh, like, Daddy, feel me."
Yeah, it's the same guy. Film me,
Yeah, it
daddy.
probably was the
Film me,
same
youth
guy.
daddy.
I've never said any. Actually, I have said something crazy like that. So I was hosting a youth back to school bash,
Oh no.
and had a lot of new students there. You just getting free stories out of me. This is crazy. And I was like,
No one's been featured on the show more than you.
that's
Quite
valid.
honestly.
That's a whole.
You know, like the verse it says like in the end, like words will like tickle their ears or something like that. So like that's what I was going after, right? And I was like making an example. I was like, yeah, you guys come to youth group. And you're like, oh, Pastor Mike is preaching a good word, and like I like glitched, and I was like, and he tickles us, and I was like, wait, boss. And then everyone in my youth started calling me the tickle monster,
No.
and I didn't live that down until I left, bro. Yeah, bro. And I was like, wait, I mean, and I was like, I had to read the scripture, but I was just
Oh
like,
my.
he tickles me.
That's
bro.
like one thing I'm so worried about when I preach.
Imagine
like,
being
I'm
a
gonna
new
just say
kid. Imagine
something
being a
off
new
of-
kid,
Or
bro.
imagine this.
And you see me say, oh, I'm tickling students.
Every person you walk past, they're probably like,
They're like, oh,
"You're gonna dap him up." They're like,
yeah, like, stop, no. The tickle monster. Oh my god. Sorry,
Guys,
That's
if
the
you
worst
want
thing
to
I
jump on an Instagram live, everyone's saying that the comments are
Another Micah
crazy
story.
tonight. They were crazy the other night as well. YG Chronicles is our Instagram. That's where you guys can hop on a live. And on top of that, if you want notifications every time we go live, we send out an email and a text message. You can go to our website, ygcpodcast.com/updates, and sign up there. And we do send them out every single time. All right, we will take a few minutes here. We will do our question segment. This is our mailbag
Yeah.
segment. This is where people send in questions to the show. We answer them. Some of them regard YGC. Some of them are personal questions. This first one is from Lindsay. What is the most creepy thing you've ever heard a student say in a cabin at night? Now, Shaw, I don't know if you've ever been around students, like
I
been a leader at
yeah.
a retreat.
Yeah.
So it might just be Micah and I. But for me,
Get it, buddy.
it wasn't necessarily creepy, but there was a special needs kid, and I've said this before. Every night for a week, he told me to go die in a hole.
Yeah, that's crazy. I would have switched camps.
That
Bunks.
was personal.
Oh, it was. He every night, that was like his good night. Sam, go die in a
no
hole.
way.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's like, everybody
die in a
say good
hole.
night. Hey, Sam, go die in a hole.
Knocked
All right.
out.
And then they close the doors, and then it's just like mad awkward. It's like, he just told me to die in a hole.
Well, the worst part is it's a bunk room, so there's like
Yeah.
20 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
everybody knows.
can, I can see it in my head.
Were you ever a youth? You were a counselor, right?
Yeah. A few times.
Anybody say anything creepy,
Or
or even off the wall?
definitely off the wall.
Definitely off
That's
the
a
wall.
different question.
We had this kid that would like pop his head in the door and be like, he'd be like, it's Chucky or something like that. And we're like,
Okay, that constitutes
That
as
is
creepy.
I think that's
Yeah.
probably the creep. I actually have a video of that. on my
Really?
phone, yeah.
I'm still thinking about what they said to you. It's just like, imagine everybody's about to go to bed. They're all laying, they're about to
Sam,
check in.
die in a
The
hole.
kid said something. He's like, oh, yeah, Sam, go die in a hole.
That's
And it's just
crazy.
like, wow, they.
Dead serious too. 100% serious.
Yeah, I don't know if I have anything creepy. Just-
That's probably
just
good that you don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
It's
about
good. It's good actually.
this is from Ryan. So this is also regarding to summer camp and youth camp. What's the worst or the best camp food that you've ever heard about or had? So Shaw's never been to youth
I
camp.
haven't.
Did you ever go on any leader retreats or anything like that?
Oh,
Because that would count.
so actually, I can't. That's probably not. Yeah.
You don't have to name
Don't
the
names,
food.
man. Just tell us
Don't
what-
name the food
I
or the
got a
camp, but you can say
story
the food.
about me.
At a
I was
camp?
one of those kids.
What'd you do?
I was a kid, so back when I was living in Jacksonville, I used to go to this church. And we went on this, I wasn't saved at all. I didn't know what being saved was or anything. So they took us on this tournament. We're living in Jacksonville, but they took us to Orlando for this football tournament. We were staying at these houses. And me and my brother would go to the store down the street. I don't know if y'all know what posting up is.
Yes.
But we would post up and we would wait for somebody who we think would have weed. And we were asking everybody.
This is at camp?
Yes. And we're like, yo, y'all got weed? Like trying to find some weed to smoke. And literally we're smoking. And then we get back to the place where we're staying at. And the guy walks in. He's like, the leader or whatever it is. He walks in. He's just smelling. And he's like, it smells a little weird in here. I'm like,
he was probably homeschooled and had no idea.
Yeah, he was like, it smells like he said it smells like mouthwash or it smells like a mint. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Like,
For sure.
I'm like, cool. Like,
Whatever you think it is, man.
But yeah, it was funny. It was a weird.
Worst best food.
Best food, we did like a luau pig
Ooh, that actually sounds
barbecue.
really
It was
good.
gas.
Sounds really good. This was at camp too.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I don't have best food. I definitely have worst food. The worst food. So our camp growing up, we always did this thing every week. They tried to like market it as something fun, but it was they called it maca fouché, which apparently, I don't know if this is true, but it's French for leftovers.
Oh no.
And they would try to like hype everyone up, like it's maca fouché night, like we're gonna dress up. But it was leftovers from the week that they combined into multiple. It was. I did not enjoy it
It's
at
like
all.
soggy
Was it
Caesar
slop?
salad.
Not really slop, but it was
chicken.
not everything. But it was leftovers, and then let's say you had hot dogs for one meal and macaroni and cheese for another. It's now hot dogs and macaroni and cheese, like something like that.
Economically speaking, that's really smart.
So yeah,
You're not
some
losing
things
money.
were fine, some things were fine. But
Hot dogs and mac and cheese doesn't sound that bad though. I ain't even gonna lie.
that was an example of like combining
Okay.
foods. Let's say it was hamburgers and tacos. Now it's like I don't know. So sloppy joes. I don't know. So that was probably the grossest. And then I've said this one actually recently. We went to a camp for like a retreat, not ours, and we all got food poisoning, right, Sierra? The one we talked about the other night. It was burgers or something. We all got super sick. That was recent. That was within the past 5 years.
They left that meat out.
This is a question from Carter. Best youth group games to play.
Ooh. I have some
Oh,
good
okay.
ones.
Go ahead first.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
I think the classic is the cup game. Where you're like
The
head,
cup game?
shoulders, knees,
That's
cup.
fun.
That's a gas.
It's almost
one.
like steal the bacon a little bit.
kind of.
You have to like grab it first.
Yeah. I think my top favorite one is you get like 10 or 15 yards of like the balloon or like string,
Mhm.
and you put Fruit Loops on them, and you do like 10 or how many ever are on the team, and you have to like push the Fruit Loop to the end with like your breath, so you're like like all the way down to like 15 yards.
Is it in a tube?
No, it's like a Fruit Loop on the string.
Well, that's funny.
Yeah, and so it's like really difficult, and like it's like a relay race.
Is someone on the other side trying to? push
Yeah,
it
so
back?
you like no, you just pull it
Okay.
tight, and then like one person, so like whoever gets all their Fruit Loops at the end wins, like their team wins.
I saw this thing
It's
today. It was a
mad
video.
fun.
It wasn't a youth group game, but it was like one of those things like coming to a youth group near you. They had a clear pipe with a person on each side
Uh-huh.
and a cockroach in the middle of the pipe.
Oh yeah,
And they were trying to blow it into the other person's
No
mouth.
way.
nah, that's sick.
It's wild.
That's fear.
I'm gonna
That's
do that.
fear factor.
I'm
bro.
gonna do that in Texas because there's mad crickets in Texas. There's like 3 crickets in a tube.
Shaw, favorite or best youth games to play? Youth group
All
game?
right, I would say
What's your
Tuba
favorite?
War is always lit.
Tuba War. I forget who was on. I think
Oh, yeah.
Cole said that was his favorite.
So it's like 2 tires at the end
Yeah,
of
that's
the
fun.
rope, and then they're just like dragging each other.
Also, guys, some of these questions are similar. We get a lot of similar questions. However, we're trying to be intentional of who we ask the questions to, who haven't been asked the question before. So you're going to get multiple answers here because I know people are going to send a message. We heard this question before. My favorite game, said it before, it's either dodgeball or Foursquare.
Yeah, dodgeball.
Foursquare
Foursquare is
slept on.
lit.
Slept on.
You ever do neon
Foursquare is
dodgeball?
so lit.
Glow in the dark.
Never
dodgeball?
done that. That sounds really
That's-
You
dangerous.
know
so
what?
much
You
fun.
know what game's fun too? Wall ball.
Yeah, bro. I was.
Oh, wall ball. I love wall ball.
Yes.
That's where you like punish them if they lose and
Yeah.
you get to hit them with
If they drop it, they
Yeah.
gotta. If you get,
Yeah, that's a really fun game.
Kickball's
But
also
also, you
crowd
can
favorite.
never go wrong with musical chairs, bro.
No.
Like musical chairs. Is
We're
so-
giving them all ideas right now.
Yeah.
This should keep
Oh,
them
I
busy
have
for
a
like
list,
months.
dude. I have a list. On my the last youth group we did a giveaway and we did Chubby Bunny with cheese balls. And so like one of my kids was like, it was like
I'm always
compacting
scared
his
of those.
throat, dude.
So they did
Feel like you
that
could definitely
with
choke.
marshmallows,
Yeah.
but they incorporated like they put like a race into it. So
Yeah.
they gotta run. It was like the
oh
food thing.
god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
That's
they're
how
all
you die.
like choking. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm so scared. I'm like, bro, I'm like, I got like this thing with people choking.
Yeah. Well, one of my students started actually like coughing and like he started to turn red. I was like, oh my god, this kid's actually choking right now. And he's
Cut the
like,
game.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
He
Okay.
just put like 4 more cheese balls in it. I was like, troll booty. I was like, bro, you don't
And
need
it's
to
mad
worry.
dry too.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like
really
if it,
dry.
if it gets stuck in your throat,
Yeah,
It's
that's
game over.
It's wrap.
Going to see the Lord.
You getting cut.
Last question. This is from Katie Marie. Out of everyone who's been on the show, who's the most country bumpkin out of everyone? Who's your vote? Shaw
Micah.
votes Micah.
I can see that.
You're
getting
from
a little-
Texas.
I like
bro.
getting a little country.
My vote is Cole.
Yeah, Cole.
Definitely Pastor Cole.
Me and Cole.
Dude,
me and Cole related.
he wears
a
like a
lot.
fishing hat.
But
Yeah.
Cole isn't country though.
He's not, but he does fish.
Actually,
Wait,
you
let me
know,
think,
you know
let me
who would
think.
probably be? Pastor Michael.
Spencer. Yes.
He's
yes.
he's
Pastor
getting-
Yeah.
Spencer.
He's
It
got
would-
this land, dude. He's got this land.
He hunts. He
No. He's got this land. All right. He built a tiny house on this thing. He did a pond. He bought a tractor, dude. He's like all in. And I'm like, what the
He don't
frick?
even do that with
No, he just be chilling. It's just a tiny house and like gravel. It's great. Fun time.
So my
don't think
vote,
we have
my vote
country
is
people.
Cole. Yours is Pastor Michael. Who was your vote?
I said Cole.
Cole. Okay,
Yeah.
Cole wins that one. So we
Yeah.
don't know, but those would be our votes. If you guys have questions you want to send in, questions at ygcpodcast.com. We'd love to answer them on the show, but we will get back to some stories here. This is from Caleb. Caleb said, we had a guest speaker at our youth group who specifically asked one of our leaders to inform the church security team about his upcoming sermon example. His message was on how the devil steals, kills, and destroys. So to demonstrate this point, he planned to have a leader dressed in all black wearing a hoodie.
Wow.
Then mid-sermon, they'd sneak into the auditorium to choose a random student to grab and drag to the lobby.
It was
You
probably.
would need to sit
I
in.
already
Yeah,
know
you
where
would
this is
need to
going, bro. It's probably
They
a
would
new
grab- they would
student
grab Shaw.
that never been to the church before, and they go, "It's a wrap."
They would grab Shaw. Throw him over their shoulder. Going out.
They try grabbing you, go home. Something gonna happen.
Oh, yeah, I'm fighting.
Definitely
Just
don't
as
know.
planned, the leader picked up a student who turned out to be the executive pastor's son.
Oh
Good
my.
choice. Good choice.
Good choice.
Yeah.
But apparently the security team was never informed about this sermon example.
They blinked him down.
They put him down. Is that what you
Switch.
said?
They licked
Blinked him down.
So as he was carrying this kid down the aisle, they swarmed this hooded leader thinking he was kidnapping someone from the service. We literally had to end the entire night right there.
Yeah.
Dang.
They probably had a guns out drawn.
Yeah, bro. That's what I was thinking.
down.
They didn't even ask questions. They was
No.
like, pow, boom.
Because that's the pastor's son, man. You don't play games.
Facts.
Yeah.
They thought that was just a random dude coming in the church to steal him.
Olivia said, I knew they didn't get the memo. Absolutely. You do.
Yeah.
You don't trust someone to tell someone something.
No, especially as a
Ever.
youth
That's a
pastor.
wrap.
No, you do it. You
That's a
tell them.
wrap, bro.
He got tased for sure. Yeah, our security.
They would have shot
They
him.
said their security
His
team
team
carries guns.
I would have given
Um,
him
Sounds a little bit right.
Can neither confirm nor deny if ours does.
that lettucillin.
It would have been a wrap for
yeah,
sure.
it would have been a wrap. That's all I gotta say, bro.
They're not asking questions.
Yeah.
Someone said that would not fly in Texas. No, you would be on the ground.
Yeah.
Somebody
It
would
does not
ended
fly in
up
upstate New York
died. Probably something would have happened that
Yeah.
day. It's sad.
People at my church security, I would go to like the back room and they'd like come in there, hey, and I'm like, it's just me, man. It's just me. Like, chill out. They're like, oh, sorry.
Bro,
No,
you're scared.
One time I was sighting in a pellet gun,
Mhm.
but I have really small property and I live in town, so there's no way I can actually do it accurately. So I brought it to the church, but I asked permission from Pastor Cody. He's like, yeah, that's perfectly fine. So I was
Yeah.
like out in the back of the property. Apparently, security team was freaking out, like, who's on the property with a gun?
Oh, yeah.
And then security messaged me and was like, never ever ask a pastor, always go straight to me. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I broke the chain of command,
That's
apparently.
wild. Nah, every time upper conference comes through, the first year, it was my first year there at the church. they're all on me. Like,
Oh,
I would try to
yeah,
go,
they're tight.
what are y'all doing back here? I'm like, bro, I'm literally allowed back here. I'm helping. Like, what is y'all doing? Y'all bugging. What, the backstage passes?
Yeah, for
Oh, this is
conferences.
gonna be Joe's first year at Upper Conference. It's gonna
Hey.
be lit for him, bro.
Hey,
He's gonna see a move of God.
I feel like this dude Betra's 1996 is homeschooler because their jokes are not hitting. I'll roast the chat, bro. I don't care. Good job for defending my son, but did you have to fire 300 rounds? Like, you're not funny, bro.
Are you?
Like, what? Okay.
This is a story from Sarah and Shaw. This is new. We haven't done this. Actually, have you been in here with the TVs yet?
Yes.
Okay, once. Okay. And then have you done our, there's not really a name for it, but it's like you guess where the story's going. You actually tried to do it on the last one.
I don't think I did.
Okay, this
yet,
is basically, I'll read the first sentence of the story.
Bet.
And then you guys got to give me your best guess
Hey,
on
bet,
what you think's about to
bet,
happen.
bet.
So this is from Sarah. She said, while playing Murder in the Dark in our church one night for youth group,
Love that game.
I do too.
we had this get into the building without us knowing. What do you think it was?
They got this getting into the building without us knowing.
Something got into the building
It
without
was a
them knowing.
raccoon
A
or a
raccoon?
bear.
Raccoon or a bear?
I want to say like pepper spray. Or like a sword.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think
something.
out of like, I don't know. Maybe, yeah. I would just keep a raccoon or a bear.
Kyler said Sam was moving tactically around the church of the BB gun.
Yeah.
Quite looking.
I was just
Yeah.
trying to cite it in.
All right, people are saying a bat, a raccoon. Okay, it's not a bat. However, there have been stories about that for sure.
Yeah.
There have been bats definitely in church. Birds. Okay, fireworks, a homeless person. That happened
Fireworks
before.
a little bit.
It's always the bear. A lot of people are saying homeless person. Possum, snake.
a homeless person, a random guy, a crackhead.
Probably.
All right,
Where's
let's
the
see.
crackhead? That's
Let's see
my
if
final
a
answer.
demon. Someone said a demon. There's a chance of that too.
A demon.
That's real.
You don't know until it comes.
Mhm. Overage high schooler. Oh God.
Overaged high
Super
school.
senior.
A super senior.
How are my
who's
fellow high
23.
schoolers doing? Like, no, go leave.
You're 23.
Yeah, you're 23. Go home. You peaked in high school. We all know this.
All right, this is from Sarah. She said, we had an owl get into our church while our youth group was playing Murder in the Dark. It took us 30 minutes to realize it wasn't a kid making the hooting sounds.
That's scary.
No,
Picked up Shaw.
bro. This is the crazy
You would
thing.
have flown away with them.
No, this is the crazy thing. That I was literally like ready to attack one of them.
Yeah,
He's the only one who could actually see clearly.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I'm preying on you.
Because they can see in the dark.
Yeah,
No,
they got those
it's dead
huge
dark.
Eyes. Yeah.
So
They
everything-
are actually really creepy.
Yeah.
Owls are
And they
Owls
can
are
spin their head
When they, like,
all the
They're
way
not
around.
okay. They're not creepy. They're eerie.
No, they're creepy.
No, they're scary.
Have you ever seen one in the wild?
No, I see one in person though. When I was in elementary
Well,
school,
okay.
this lady brought in.
It's also the wild, but yeah.
Oh, I guess she brought in like 3 different types of owls, and they were like big.
One,
They
they're
were, like,
big.
Bro,
Big,
they are
dude.
big.
And then they
get bigger
spin their
than
head
that.
around like
Yeah.
a freaking.
She brought in a barn owl and a great horned owl. The great horned owl was
Yeah,
huge. Barn owl was like
they're
this,
huge.
but it would like.
They turn their head 360 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we had to do the pellet thing. We had to like pick the bones out. You ever see?
Oh,
Do you know what that is?
No, what is it?
So when owls, they're like, I think it's just owls. They like eat a mouse. They spit up a pellet, and it's like full of the bones and the fur. So
That's
it's pretty cool actually. And for our like science project, we had to like take the bones out and like put it back together. Kind of morbid actually, now that I think about it. But it was cool when I was in like 3rd grade.
that is pretty
Nah,
sick.
bro.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
actually
it
got a bird story if you don't mind, because
You don't mind.
I'm scared of birds, bro. I'm literally me and my sister Breja
Me too, brother.
terrified.
I have trauma. bro.
You're scared of birds.
I have trauma.
This is how it happened.
Wait, there's got to be a name for that. Let me look it up.
So when we was younger, we was at my aunt's house, and this man catches a bird midair, grabs its neck, and just
Oh,
breaks it off,
Like
throws it on the ground.
Who's the guy that bit the head off the bat?
Ozzy
Ozzy
Osbourne?
Ozzy.
oh frick.
Bro, just weird.
Yeah.
Weird. And he always came out. He had no shirt on. He had that big old belly, and he just caught the bird and just throws it out of the ground. Me and my sister were terrified.
Ornithobia.
Ornithophobia?
Ornithophobia.
Their wings are
Ornithobia?
just so scary, bro.
No,
like an ostrich,
My
a giant bird.
oh, dude, the cassowaries or whatever the frick, emus. Heck, no.
They're so
Yes.
scary.
When I was little, my sister locked me in a room with parakeets and opened the door shut me in, and these things were dive bombing me. I was under a table.
There have been multiple stories about emus attacking people on this show.
Yeah, no.
Frick emus, bro.
They,
Bro, like I got that like fear that there's gonna be a bird because I like to drive with my windows down.
Yeah.
A bird is just gonna
Just
fly in
fly
my
into
window
your
and it's
car?
gonna get stuck and just start going berserk in the car, and I'm just
That's a real fear.
That would be the end of Shaw. He's driving off
me
the
too.
road.
I would flip the truck.
bro. I would literally crash, bro.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I had a
bro.
mouse fly out my windshield one time when I was getting on the highway.
A mouse?
Yeah, he was in my engine, and I was getting on the highway, and I just see his little body slide up the windshield, and just. I was like, "Oh my god!" He was like that. He just.
I just ran over a bird the other day.
So
Actually,
sad.
I've hit a bird too.
I never have. I tried to.
Okay, yeah. Everybody knows at this point.
Yeah, Santa has like a record of killing animals with his car, bro.
I don't know. I just keep
Yeah,
I
in
keep
your
lists of
notes.
everything.
Yeah, man.
My prey.
My prey.
I did hit a squirrel the other day, so I had to add to it. But
I almost hit a squirrel. Erica was like, "No, please."
I didn't even try to hit
was
it.
like, "Come here."
It just ran
I
right
hate
under the
squirrels,
tire.
dude.
I say I want to kill the animals, and then when it gets to it, I'm actually feeling horrible. I'm like,
We have
Really?
a squirrel in our
like, did I
apartment.
just hit that skunk?
I've never hit a skunk.
I
thank
did,
God.
and
That'd
then
be-
We have
my
a squirrel in
car
our
smelled
apartment,
like
and
a
his name is
skunk
Oh,
all day.
no.
Yeah.
All right, a couple more stories here. And again, if you guys have stories you want to send in, stories@ygcpodcast.com. We love reading your
Asking
stories.
Any funny stories?
This is from Ella. While eating some lunch out with our youth group, our students saw someone get hit by a car in a gas station parking lot next to where we were sitting.
Sarah, no.
No. The car ended up speeding away, and soon multiple first responders and police officers showed up to the scene. After we were all finished eating, we walked around the crime scene to get back into the vans. Except without me noticing, one student thought it would be funny to put firework poppers under my back tire to scare all the cops as we pulled away.
No.
That's evil.
Bro, the thing is, it's crazy that they're
villainous.
just eating while this all happens.
Just
Like, they're just staring out the window like,
Sarah.
see that? Like what?
They don't care, dude. They're freaking high school. That's funny to them.
Bro,
Oh my god.
you know they walked really slow back to the car too. You ever see
Yeah.
the things where they're like someone's vacuuming their driveway?
Yeah.
They're, like watching the cops
They're
out
like-
front.
yeah.
Try not to.
That's
just
literally
mopping
me,
their
Eric.
driveway like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's me and Eric.
Well, your neighbor is crazy, so
Bro,
Oh, my neighbor?
don't say names, but yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
literally the other
We weren't
day,
there that night.
Like he's in jail.
Yeah, we weren't
No,
there
I'm
that
not
night.
gonna-
We were
I'm
at
not
worship
gonna say that.
practice.
literally the
Someone
other
called
day,
me.
bro, I'm literally outside going in the car, right? And somebody throws those firecrackers out the window.
Mm-mm.
I was ready to blick something down.
Bro.
Bro.
So one night, so my wife's from Canada, right? So they don't do fireworks there, like, because everything's illegal and they live in communist country. Yeah, but not in
They
neighborhoods.
just don't have an independence.
Not
day,
in
so
the
that's why.
neighborhoods, right? So I'm chilling on the couch. She's in the kitchen, and this dude's like setting off mortars outside our house.
Oh, this week is gonna be just.
And it was like, boom, and she's like, "Bang! There's a man shooting outside our door. I saw the gun. I saw it." But she was like crawling into the like living room, like she was so convinced,
No,
like
way.
dead crawling. And like, there's a
Wait,
gun.
this
I was
was in
like,
Canada?
"No, this is here."
And
And I was like, Erica.
This was like
Hey,
last
I mean,
night.
it makes sense.
yeah, this
though.
was like 2 weeks ago. I was like, Erica, it's literally the guy doing fireworks. She's like, I saw a flash with a gun.
No, the cops don't give a crap. This is like
Yeah.
the week of lenience.
Mad
Or it's-
funny.
What is it? I think there's a place in the United States where it's like you could do. There's like a mile block or something.
yeah.
Is it Chad?
Yo,
Chad. Oh, that was in
Yo.
Seattle.
Where you can do whatever you want. You can do
Yeah.
anything illegal. That's
We
what
got-
Elmira turns into.
we gotta pray for
Yeah.
Elmira
For
this
a
week,
week.
bro. Like actually,
Yeah,
Yeah.
last night it was like.
And
And
if
like,
you
that
have-
didn't sound like a
If you
firework.
have kids, it's so annoying
there's gonna be a lot of
that was a bomb.
people
So annoying.
shooting this week, and it's gonna be
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
because it blends in with the.
Yeah,
I can tell the difference though. There's definitely.
yeah.
a
You
difference.
can always tell.
She
but,
can't.
Like
She
some
can't.
people don't.
Every time.
can.
Yeah.
No, Sierra knows that it's fireworks season, and she still thinks we're getting
Yeah,
shot
Erica
at.
didn't know it was fireworks season. She's like, oh my
They're
god.
like, was that gunshots or was that a firework?
Yeah, even last night she's like, are you sure those are fireworks? I was like, yes.
Yeah.
The fireworks just have like a little at the end. Like
Not
it's
necessarily. They're like a.
tiny
They're like a
ones.
boom, and then a gunshot's a crack.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's how I describe
yeah,
it.
Yeah, fireworks are
makes
fun.
sense.
All right, one more story here. This is from Presley. Presley said, in the middle of night at summer camp, our cabin woke up to a student yelling that someone just bit his toe.
Not a human, right? It better be.
As we all sat up in a panic because we were just woken up by someone screaming, we saw a 6th grader crawl back into his bed
Like a cat, dude. Like a cat.
like Smeagol.
Yeah, like
We saw a 6th grader crawl back into his bed yelling, "I didn't do it. I didn't do it."
Bro,
He's
I
got
promise.
a toenail
If
in
a
his
6th
mouth.
grader bit my toe, you're getting kicked with my foot.
He got a toenail. He got a toenail in his mouth. It wasn't me. He's chilling
He's like, it was.
it wasn't me. He got like a toothpick. He's just cleaning his teeth. It wasn't me. Oh my
that
god,
tripped
dude.
his toes, bro.
Villainous, bro.
They said, obviously it was him, so we started to question him about biting this older student's toes.
That's crazy.
Except this kid spoke up and corrected us and said, "I didn't bite it. I actually sucked it."
Oh, yo.
That man got mad bacteria,
That's a
mad
call-
debris,
That's a call home, brother.
Mad-
That's a call home.
mad fungus in his mouth. I was just like, yeah, I was just sucking it.
Why is he sucking toes?
Like, what the heck?
Like, that's better.
He's like, actually, I was sucking it.
Don't get it
He was
wrong.
like, I wasn't biting it, I was sucking it, actually.
His head probably like swiveled out. Actually, I was sucking it. Back in his bunk. You know,
He's like hiding under a bed.
No, you like the bunks?
Oh,
He was
yeah,
at the
yeah,
books,
yeah.
He was like,
Actually, I was sucking it.
he had to clarify himself. Like, actually,
Actually, I was literally sucking it.
like, what the heck? That makes it better, right?
He's like,
It was better you saying you were just biting it, bro. Now you was doing some gay stuff. Like, bro,
like,
you're
full-
wilding.
full clown with his sense. I actually sucked it. I didn't bite it. They're like, what the frick? I would never bite a toe. I would only suck it.
Actually, I sucked it.
That's what I would have sucked it.
Abigail said he better be getting ready to sleep outside. There's no way he's letting
Dude,
up.
I had so many kids in my last youth group that would
my
literally
bro.
do that. I sleep after my guy. I sucked it.
The toes. You know what you label this video? The toe sucker.
The toe
The toe
sucker.
sucker?
Toe sucker.
Strikes again.
toe.
Put like a Batman mask on him. The toes. Where are the toes?
He's like, actually,
Where, Rachel? Where are the toes?
I sucked it.
I sucked the toes.
I sucked the toes.
Yeah, I would have kicked him out of the cabin though. Yeah, I would have like, you're going home. Oh my god, that's
No,
freaking
you should.
hilarious.
What I would have done is just switched him with another cabin, not told them.
Bro, you gotta sleep in the
He's
cabin
like,
by yourself.
he's rubbing his
You know
hands.
the cabin that they had out in Maine, the extra cabin?
Yeah.
Yes. Quabbin?
You
You've
gotta
been
go
talking
over.
in a 6th grader voice too much. Quabbin?
No, please don't play in the cabin.
Now you're stuck.
Quabbin.
That kid would be conniving. I get to suck more toes tonight.
He's like, who do I pray on next?
This is my next play.
Bro, I gotta be sweating in here.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's bad hot in here.
All right, this is our Would You Rather segment. Shaw, I think that this is something
My
new for
first
you.
one.
Micah,
Oh,
you've
yeah.
done this before.
Yeah.
This is where we take 2 stories from this episode, pit them against each other, and we see which option that we would vote on. Chat, you're welcome to vote too. And then also we put these polls on Instagram, so keep an eye out for them. The first option is Thomas's story. You are the youth pastor at this church when this happens. Your guest speaker comes in, and his big take-home moment is he put it in me. So you're responsible. You invited this guy. You're the youth pastor. That's option 1.
Wait.
Okay.
What?
All right.
Nah, bro.
You just go.
Option 2 is you are a student at camp that wakes up in the middle of the night to someone biting / sucking your toe.
I'm doing the toe. Because I'm just gonna beat him up. Like,
So the other one was if I invited the youth pastor and he said this.
So you are the youth pastor
You're the youth
at this
pastor.
church, and the guest speaker that you brought in is the one that said it. And you're sitting on the front row like, oh, crap.
Honestly, I'll probably say the youth pastor
what?
because listen, you could be like, bro, that honestly that man was just nuts and he ain't ever coming back here.
Yeah, but then all your students are gonna be like, when he puts it in for like the next year.
But
They're always repeating it.
You're
Yeah.
gonna be walking around saying they're like, oh yeah, somebody sucked your toes.
Yeah, that's fine. And then I beat him up. Okay. I'm like, what?
Oh no, that's a tough one.
Toes for sure.
Yeah, toes for
I
sure.
I'd
think a
probably
lot of
say the
people are saying
toes.
it, but some people are saying if you choose the toes, then you're sus.
Yeah,
Not
that's
really.
a fact.
I don't
But
know.
I'm going to choose the toes.
I mean, if you got the toes, you could have just
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
pretty
I'll say
quick. I
toes.
would-
I'm gonna say toes.
Sixth grader biting curb 8K.
Yeah, the toes is for sure because that other one is like you ain't coming back from that.
Yeah, no, you're not.
I am voting toes as well. So we have all it's
toes,
3
man.
for 3 tonight. I just don't want to
Sus
deal with
squad.
the emails I have to send parents after that.
Yeah.
That message.
It
Anyway,
says
guys.
option one.
Hey.
I'll just say to get the homeless man out of here.
This will be a poll that you can go check out on Instagram. Thank you guys for listening to this episode. Micah and Shah, welcome back to the show. It's been a bit since we've had the two of you on. I think it's been over
First
a
episode,
year.
Yeah, man.
No, you've been on. Remember you?
My first episode was with
No, you know why? Because you two were on the Tourette's episode.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, he had that dog in him. It's- if you know, you know.
I can't.
Oh, here we go again.
Die in a hole.
Anyway,
Wait,
guys,
did that get
thank you.
uploaded to YouTube
Thank
not too long ago?
What's that?
Yeah.
It's
Oh
on
my
YouTube.
God, yeah.
That full episode's on YouTube. So if people want
I
to
gotta
check.
watch
It's
it.
like
Yeah, me
episode
too.
in the 50s.
That'd be
Great
fine,
episode.
bro.
But thank you two for being here. Thank you guys for
Thanks for
tuning into
having
the
us,
show.
man.
And we will see all of you next week.